G'day, welcome to Thank You White Knights. Okay, this is off of globalresearch.ca, August 22nd, 2008. Headline is "This Time the World is Not Buying It" by Paul Craig Roberts. The success of the Bush regime's propaganda, lies and deception with gullible and inattentive Americans since 9/11 has made it difficult for intelligent, aware people to be optimistic about the future of the United States. For almost 8 years, the US media has served as ministry of propaganda for a war criminal regime. Americans incapable of thinking for themselves, reading between the lines, or assessing foreign media on the internet have been brainwashed. As the Nazi propagandist Joseph Goebbels said, "It is easy to deceive a people. You just tell them they have been attacked and wave the flag." It certainly worked with Americans. The gullibility and unconcern of the American people has had many victims. There are 1.25 million dead Iraqis. There are 4 million displaced Iraqis. No one knows how many are maimed and orphaned. Iraq is in ruins, its infrastructure destroyed by American bombs, missiles, and helicopter gunships. We do not know the death toll in Afghanistan, but even the American puppet regime protests the repeated killings of women and children by US and NATO troops. We don't know what the death toll would be in Iran if Darth Cheney and the neocons succeed in their plot with Israel to bomb Iran, perhaps with nuclear weapons. What we do know is that all this murder and destruction has no justification and is evil. It is the work of evil men who have no qualms about lying and deceiving in order to kill innocent people to achieve their undeclared agenda. That such evil people have control over the United States government and media damns the American public for eternity. America will never recover from the shame and dishonor heaped upon her by the neocon Bush regime. The success of the neocon propaganda has been so great that the opposition party has not lifted a finger to rein in the Bush regime's criminal actions. Even Obama, who promises change, is too intimidated by the neocon success in brainwashing the American population to do what his supporters hoped he would do and lead us out of the shame in which the neocon Bush regime has imprisoned us. This about sums up the pessimistic state in which I existed prior to the go-ahead given by the Bush regime to its puppet in Georgia to ethnically cleanse South Ossetia of Russians in order to defuse the separatist movement. The American media, aka the Ministry of Lies and Deceit, again accommodated the criminal Bush regime and proclaimed Russian invasion to cover up the ethnic cleansing of Russians in South Ossetia by the Georgian military assault. Only this time the rest of the world didn't buy it. The many years of lies, 9/11, Iraqi weapons of mass destruction, Al-Qaeda, Al-Qaeda, Yellow Cake, anthrax attack, Iranian nukes, the United States doesn't torture, the bombings of weddings, funerals, and children's soccer games, Abu Ghraib, renditions, Guantanamo, various fabricated terrorist plots, the determined assault on civil liberties have taken their toll on American credibility. No one outside America any longer believes the US media or the US government. The rest of the world reported the facts. An assault on Russian civilians by American and Israeli trained and equipped Georgian troops. The Bush regime, overcome by hubris, expected Russia to accept this act of American hegemony, but the Russians did not, and the Georgian military was sent fleeing for its life. The neocons Republican response to the Russian failure to follow the script and to be intimidated by the uni-power was so imbecilic that it shattered the brainwashing to which Americans had succumbed. McCain declared, in the 21st century, nations don't invade other nations. Imagine the laughs that Jon Stewart will get out of this on The Daily Show. In the early years of the 21st century, the United States has already invaded 2 countries and has been beating the drums for attacking a third. President Bush, the chief invader of the 21st century, echoed McCain's claim that nations don't invade other nations. This dissonant claim shocked even brainwashed Americans, as readers' emails reveal. If in the 21st century countries don't invade other countries, what is Bush doing in Iraq and Afghanistan? And what other naval armadas and propaganda arrayed against Iran about? Have 2 of the worst warmongers of modern times, Bush and McCain, called off the US-Israeli attack on Iran? If McCain is elected president, is he going to pull US troops out of Iraq and Afghanistan as nations don't invade other nations? Or is President Bush going to beat him to it? We all know the answer. The 2 stooges are astonished that the Americans have taught hegemony to Russians, who were previously operating naively, perhaps, on the basis of goodwill. Suddenly, the Western Europeans have realized that being allied with the United States is like holding a tiger by the tail. No European country wants to be held into war with Russia. Germany, France, and Italy must be thanking God they blocked Georgia's membership in NATO. The Ukraine, where a Sikh nationalism has taken fold, funded by the Neocon National Endowment for Democracy, will be the next conflict between American pretensions and Russia. Russia is being taught by the neocons that freeing the constituent parts of its empire has not resulted in their independence, but in their absorption into the American empire. I would say British Empire. Unless enough Americans can overcome their brainwashed state and the rigged, diabolical voting machines, turn out the imbecilic Republicans, and hold the neoconservatives accountable for their crimes against humanity, a crazed neocon US government will provoke nuclear war with Russia. The neoconservatives represent the greatest danger ever faced by the United States and the world. Humanity has no greater enemy. Thank you, White Knights.